Shalom, everybody, and welcome to a very new season of Rega Bereesjiet, a moment in Hebrew. I hope that throughout this season, as we go through and learning a little bit about the Hebrew language, each and every one of you, we have a desire to learn the Holy Tongue. And for that, we invite you to join us at Yeshivat Shuvu for much deeper study with myself and other Hebrew scholars. Now, in this week Parashat Bereesjiet, we're running into a very interesting question. With the story of creation, the very first verse in the Bible starts with the words, Bereesjiet bara Elohim. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Now notice that the first two words in the Bible both start with the letter Bet. The question is, why is it that the entire story of creation does not start with the letter Aleph? After all, Aleph means the champion, the creator. It's come from the Hebrew word aluf, the champion, the master. It's created with the letter Bet. The letter Bet equivalent to the number 2. Why? It is because God speaks of the 2 tablets. The Torah was already created at God's mind before the physical giving of the Torah for the children of Israel. 2 tablets, 2 oracles, and also 2 Torah, and written Torah and an oral Torah interpretation of the Torah. Why? Because God sees things outside times and space. But notice something interesting about the letter Bet. The letter Bet is closed at the top, meaning there is heaven, there is a supervisor below and above. It's closed above and below, and it's have only one opening. This opening represents the way that you and I are to come in. So how are we to come on in? The entire gospel is found in the 2 verses of Genesis 1:1 and Genesis 1:2. It says, Veruach Elohim merachefet al pnei haaretz. The Spirit of the Lord hovering over the face of the earth. If you take this expression in Hebrew, you will get the meaning behind it. It is the Spirit of the Messiah. The rabbis of Israel told us that the Spirit that was there at the very beginning, that was creating all things, as the Spirit came out of God Himself, and God brought everything to existence through speaking, through calling. The word vayomer, vaikra, represent those utterances of God. And this is important for all of us to understand, that what came out of God is the Messiah. The Messiah is a partner, inseparable part of God that came out to create the heaven and the earth. That's why the rabbis of Israel teach us that the name of Messiah was already known before the creation of the universe. Name in Hebrew means existence. One does not receive a name in Hebrew until he formed and exists, like on the 8th day. What is the meaning for all of us today? The meaning for all of us today is that the Messiah was already present before creation. He is, his essence is pre-existent. Now, notice that the letter bet also have a tiny little top on top of it to point to the Aleph, to point to the Father, to point to the Master. It is the bet represented the Son, the word Ben, that testify on the Father above. The Son testify of the Father. That's why the rabbis of Israel tell us that the world was created with the letter Bet. It's resulted in the word Bina, the understanding, the revelation. But in a deeper way, the word Bina is referring to the Ben of Yah, the Son of Yah, the Son of God. So let's make sure that we recap it and understand today's lesson. The word was created with the word Bereesjiet. Bereesjiet, if you flip the letters, you get the word She'erit, the remnant. Who will create the new heaven and the new earth? It's going to be the remnant. Number two, it was the spirit of Messiah that went and created everything. This spirit came out of God, who created the world in 10 utterances. And number three, this spirit, this bet, represent the Binah itself, which made up of two words, the Ben of Yah, the Son of God, the Messiah. Today, put your trust that the Messiah was there before the creation of the world. And that's why it says in the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, Yatsa choter migeza Ishai. He came forth out of the stock of Jesse. The word Yatsa, speaking about something that has been pre-existent before time, not something that created out of nothingness, like the word bara. Yatsa means he was already there. And that's what Isaiah meant. He came out of God. He was part of God. The Messiah is the complete part of Hashem himself that came out, is an agent to the world to be partner with the story of creation. Now, lastly, there is a question that is being asked all the time. Does the name Elohim refer to the fact that God is plural? Does that prove the Trinity or anything like this? And this is where I would like to caution us in Rega Be'ivri today. Elohim, the Yud and the Mem apply complex ending to the word, but the verb also can be singular or plural. Bereesjiet, bara, Elohim. Think about it. The verb is singular. Elohim is complex. What is the upshot? God is one, but at the same time, God is compound nature. He is not two, he is not three, he is not thousand. He is Aleph, meaning thousand, and he is one. He is infinite. Let's follow the infinite one who gave us his son, the Mashiach, the Binah. The entire gospel is here before us. Let's be the Bereesjiet remnant. Until next week, shalom, everybody.